Kia ora, welcome to Tarmac. I'm Dave.
I'm Matthew, and as you can see from the badge across here, this is the new Discovery Sport.
That's right, it's been redesigned with a modern interior, more versatility and state-of-the-art technology. Come, let's take a look at this. Hailing from Birmingham, the Land Rover Discovery Sport, or Discovery Sport as we call it now, originally hit the scene around about 2014. I think we got it in New Zealand around 2015, so it's almost 10 years old. And during that lifetime, it's seen a couple of facelifts, and this is the latest reiteration of that model. So looking around the front here, what you've got is now blacked out grille here. Discovery is written in Discovery format, and although it's sort of now shying away from its Land Rover roots or being segregated, there's still the Land Rover brand. Looking down at the bottom here, what you've got is a 3-finger vent, which is pretty much different from the BMW cars that have got the 1-finger vent, but that's a whole different story. And lots of venting and stuff down the bottom here. On the whole, the model itself, the Sport was put in or built to really capture the hearts and generate more people into the Discovery lifestyle. So it is a bit of an adventurer vehicle, but smaller than normal. And in terms of dimensions, I'll see if I can post them up here, but it does give you that first sort of rung onto the ladder of Discovery. Anyway, let's look around the side. Now the Sport itself starts out around about $101,000. Ours has got some extra options on it, so it's around about $115,000. And part of those options are these 20-inch feet, which are quite magnificent with plenty of rubber that really do absorb the road below. You'll see there's plenty of black accents around here, on the door mirrors here as well. And that really contrasts well with this Veracene blue. There's also Discovery written in script here and on the rear as well. And also this one comes with roof racks, which can hold up to, I think it's 75 kilograms, and also a big panoramic roof, which does flood the cabin with light, but Matthew will go more into that in a while. The sills again black and more 20-inch feet at the back. Up the top here, we've got a nice roofline spoiler, and that's where your stop light is. There's a wiper here for your black or privacy glass. Again, Discovery written in script, and you'll notice there's no Land Rover badge around the back here, just the Sport badge. This bit here is now body colored. It used to be black, and the lights themselves are LEDs. And tow bar here is an option on our vehicle, because this one will actually tow up to around about 2.5 ton towings. And also when you open up the boot, look at that, electric, and 897 litres of boot space. And actually you can put this into a 7-seater option, so you can actually throw the kids in the back and take the whole family on an adventure. Since we have the P250 model, what we have is the petrol engine, or petrol ingenium engine. It's a 2-litre turboed engine that's also a mild hybrid too, mated to a 9-speed automatic gearbox. And what that provides is 184 kilowatts of power and 365, one for every day of the year, of Newton meters. When it comes to performance, it's not exactly the fastest, so 0 to 100 in 7.8 seconds. And in terms of efficiency, 8.2 litres per 100 kilometres. So it's actually not bad for a big people mover.
And people mover it certainly is, but as you can see from this interior, in style and luxury, as is the Discovery fashion, let's say, and it certainly is the case with this Discovery Sport. As we've come to expect from these cars, the level of finishing in here is really good. Everything is sort of soft to touch right across the dashboard there. Even in the middle and down to the bottom of the doors, you've got soft materials everywhere, giving it a really premium finish. And when we are on a gravel road, as we have been driving earlier today, it makes the cabin really quiet and well insulated from, well, just the world around it in general. The seats are partial leather, so in the middle, nice and soft, and you've got some supportive bolsters there. They really give you a good sense of comfort. In this particular car as well, both front driver and passenger seats are electronic and have got heating as well. You've also got dual zone climate control to finish off that comfort pack that is available. There's, again, it's a Land Rover, so not only is it luxurious and it sort of separates you from the road outside, but when you're inside it makes you feel really comfortable and luxurious. And part of the appeal is in the practicalities. It's got heaps of storage space in both doors. You've got this sort of central armrest space there, space for your phone via wireless charging. You've got other nooks and things all around, so they have thought about all the things that a person and a family might need when taking a car like this on a long road trip, especially if you're going above and beyond somewhere. So part of the major update for this facelift of the Discovery Sport has been in the integration of this new PIV Pro infotainment screen. So if you remember previously, it used to have that split screen approach where you had a separate control unit for your air conditioning controls, but again, that has been integrated in this main infotainment screen here, 11.6 inches or round about that. As you can see, it looks really nice, the appeal and everything, but it's still a Land Rover at its core. So when you flick through here, you can see things like slope assist. I can see my pitch and roll there. You've got a compass, you've got wheel articulation, weight sensing. You can turn that on or off. It also tells you your energy consumptions and your driving style there. And then when I head into the apps menu here, as you can see, just look at the amount of options and apps available there, including all of the off-road stuff. As Dave pointed out earlier, he didn't really need to go over vehicle dimensions because the car tells you everything. As you can see there, excludes the accessories, but we haven't got anything on apart from a tow bar attached in the back. You can see all of the important stuff over there. If I head back into that app drawer, you can see that there is the 4x4i system. You've got low traction launch for when there's sort of grip isn't available, weight sensing as well, the terrain modes, and then also a towing option as well when you've got a trailer hitched on the back. But there is just so much going on here on the off-road space, apart from, of course, things like Android Auto and Apple CarPlay. And this Discovery Sport also comes with things like hill descent control as well, to really hit home that it is a proper off-road vehicle, even though it's leather interior and Meridian sound system might tell you otherwise. As you can see on the screen in front, I've currently got it in the split screen mode with the two dials, a more traditional sort of look, but that can be changed very easily. However, first I'll go into the little sort of nitty-gritties of it. You can see that there is a few different displays, but the key one is the trip in the middle that I want you to watch. And when I press this button here, I can go down and select display layout, which will then allow me to flick between the different options. As you can see there, that there is 5 of them available, and all of them cater to a different driver need, if you like. Head back and you can also change things like the info panel in the middle, as well as vehicle settings and trip, all from these buttons here. Note that there is also a designated shortcut button at the top there, and you can actually edit that to have different settings for both a short press and a long press. So they have thought about making it really easy to interact with the technology on screen. Apart from that, the steering wheel itself, as you can see, nice leather unit. It's got these touch capacitive buttons on it, adaptive cruise control on the left side, and everything else on the adaptive cruise control on the right side, and everything else on the left side. What I also want to note is these beautiful metal paddle shifters that hide behind the steering wheel there. You tap that, they are actually proper metal and feel really nice to touch when you're using the car. But anyway, enough of all that stuff. This badge in the middle here says Discovery, so let's go and do some of that.
Right, what can we say about this? It's my worst Peaky Blinders accent, but there you go. I love coming from Birmingham. Anyway, the Discovery Sport really is a compact SUV that can do it all. It's been designed that it has so much capability, but also it's got the configuration. You can change the powertrain, you can change the seating arrangements, you can have tons of space for everybody, or just space to go and do whatever you want to do at the weekend. So it really can drop off the kids and other people's kids, and also can take you to those places that you really want to go. So as Matthew says, above and beyond.
Absolutely, and Dave and I have both been above and beyond in the Discovery Sport on mud and ruts and water, all of that stuff, and it does, I've got to say, a fabulous job when the road gets sort of, I guess, muddy and dirty, and well, when there's no road, frankly, it does a really good job, and it is still a proper, dare I say, Land Rover, despite what the interior might tell you. And when you're not sort of, I guess, worrying about what's around you, the inside is actually a really nice place to be.
It is. It's decked out very nicely, and the big thing, the big improvement being the tech, but there is so much tech for you. I love the what 3 words, so you can do your navigation, so you can put in, I don't know, goat, rabbit and something or other and turn up somewhere. I like the fact that the stereo system's very good and very strong. Meridian really is a great sound system, and just the fact that all the data is there, particularly when you go off-road. It does show you all camera angles and what's going on, your pitch, your roll, your side angles and all that sort of stuff. And it's there for the driver and the passengers to enjoy.
And I guess enjoyment is a big factor of this car, depending on what you do enjoy, because the number of packages offered include, on the luxury side of things, obviously the premium audio system, the big sunroof, or rather the glass panoramic roof, and all of those sorts of things. But on the other hand, you could go the more off-road or the more lifestyle way and add those 2 seats, add the tow bar. There is so much of customization on offer with this Discovery Sport, and that's before we even get to things like the wheel choices and colors and all of that. So there's really a Discovery Sport for everyone, I think.
Yeah, you could be right there. The improvements on safety or ADAS is sort of a little bit of a mixed bag for me. There, it does tell you or slap you over the wrist should you go over the speed limit, and it's quite violent in that area. But you can switch it out or dumb it down. You just have to do it every time. And of course, the adaptive cruise control is amazing and all that sort of stuff. So the driver assists and actually even the off-road assists are very, very good.
That's correct. And I think in terms of its integration of technology, this one is also a mild hybrid P250, as Dave said earlier. And that's probably, I found, the only downside with this car is its integration with the mild hybrid technology. It is a little bit slow to switch on the engine again, and at times when you want the power on tap, it's not there and you have to search for it. Similarly, when you want to do a quick U-turn and are changing between gears, it tends to just turn off the engine momentarily. Again, if you need to do a quick U-turn, that can be a little bit of a downside.
Yeah, I mean, it is very much based around its fuel efficiency, and that does come at a cost of it stammering a little bit when you're at low speeds. So top tip, go fast speeds, but obviously switch off your traffic sign recognition to make sure that you're not reprimanded for it. I like the fact that you can really put whatever screen you like on the instrument cluster or binnacle or whatever you want to call it. And also I like the fact that the touch sensitive buttons have got a little bit of a click to them, so you feel more satisfied rather than just stroking a sort of soft, clean feeling panel. I don't know, I like that fact that there's more clicky to it. And the other big thing is, regardless of what road terrains you're on, the suspension and wheels and tires configuration just laps it all up. It just, regardless of whether you're on sort of gravel or on tarmac, it just seems to do it so well.
I mean, we've just gone straight from a sealed road onto a gravel road, and there's not much difference in the sound on the interior. And remember, this is riding on 20-inch wheels as well, and it's just doing a fabulous job of keeping us comfortable in here.
Yeah, even on this corrugated stuff, you wouldn't really, I mean, of course you know, but it just seems to just absorb it so well. And even those that are in the back, there's plenty of room in the middle row, and also should you decide to get the extra 2 seats at the back, I think there's room for those, providing they're not full-sized adults, I would guess.
That's correct. For short trips and things, that third row is absolutely fine, and it just adds another layer of appeal, if you like, to the Discovery Sport and the available options that you can select for this car.
I don't know about you, but I think we should go and see if we can find some muddy stuff to play with, because I don't think we're going to get away with the 600 mils worth of wading depth, but I don't know. I feel like a bit of an adventure coming on.
It's time to go discovering.
Reckon. So you have it, the Land Rover Discovery Sport. Of course, it is part of their house of brands situation. So there is the split between the Defender, the Jaguar, and the Discovery. So this is more sort of town and country rather than a full-on, out-and-out go conquer the world situation. But it does feel like it would do both, and it feels substantial regardless of the 2 terrains we've been on. Admittedly, we haven't really punished it, but it just seems really upmarket, and I just love the feel. Is the cabin spacious? I like the touchy feely bits around, and also how sort of, I guess, minimalistic it is. It's really good.
What they've done with this new update, especially on the inside, is bring the technology all into one place in the central infotainment screen, giving it a minimalist finish, but at the same time the level of sort of quality and materials in here is really high, and it just feels like a luxurious place to be, whether you're on the road or off it. Nice.
Anyway, time to conquer some more. Thanks for watching. See you on the next one.